Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today is definitely going to be a little bit different. For years on the channel, I have referenced these magical, mythical orange buckets that we handed out when we were doing relief after Michael. I used them to illustrate a couple of different things. One is even if you are somebody who doesn't, quote, people well, you can still be involved with a community network because these buckets, they got packed up somewhere, right? And then they got delivered to us, and then we delivered them to the people that needed them. The other thing I've used it to illustrate is how you don't always know what people need, because when we were going around after Michael, everywhere we went, people were asking if we had them. Used this as an illustration a number of times. The last time I talked about it, I had a whole bunch of people ask specifically what was in them. I couldn't remember. I knew it was like cleaning stuff, but I really didn't have a good memory of exactly what was in them. So I put out a call to see if anybody had any left. We have 2, which is good because, come to find out, something I didn't know was that there were 2 different types of bucket. So if you are somebody who packs relief supplies and you are preparing multiple versions of something and they come in the same package, make sure that you label them, because the people who distribute them, they're probably not going to open them. I handed out, I don't know, dozens upon dozens of these buckets. Never had opened them, so I had no clue that there were 2 different types. But we actually have 2 of them. So they came like this. And inside, the first version of the bucket, N95s. Again, this is for recovery, cleanup. And then a bunch of rags. Just cheap rags. You have to remember, after hurricane, everything's wet. If your place was really damaged, it got flooded, everything's wet. And you can't wash anything because the power's out. You can't wash anything. Clothesline. Had gloves, clothespins. Just want you to know, this just smells like, a bunch of chemicals have been in a bucket for years. Work gloves. Scrubbies, trash bags with some kind of chemical all over them. Good. It's just baking soda. Sponges, brushes. Your dishwasher doesn't work when your power's out. And then Mr. Clean. And then there's some more sponges. And what is that? Oh. Insect repellent. So that's one version. Again, most of this, aside from insect repellent, probably not something you would think would really be sought after an emergency. But people have to clean up their places when it's all said and done, right? So that was one version. The other one had still scrubbies, clothesline, bunch of rags, sponges, brushes, that looks like dishwashing gloves, a couple of sets of those, trash bags, Lysol all-purpose cleaner, looks like the bag busted, clothespins, work gloves, the other half of the clothespins, dishwashing detergent, insect repellent, laundry detergent, more trash bags, and a whole bunch of sponges down at the bottom. It's cleaning supplies. That's it. The clothesline and the clothespins were probably one of the things that people were like, yeah, we really need that right now. But the cleaning supplies themselves, if the place just got a little bit of water damage, if a little bit of water came in and people were trying to salvage their place, it's not like the stores were open. You couldn't go out and get, the scrubbies or any cleansers, really. So it came in incredibly handy. Everywhere that we went, people were asking for this. I didn't know that there was like a heavy cleanup, which is what I'm guessing the first one is with the masks, and then the lighter one. But these materials, this same type of stuff, after Michael, everybody wanted it. I am certain that after Idalia, people are going to want it. In fact, we will pack these back up and we'll take them over there because I don't think any of this stuff goes bad. We'll check, see. But this illustrates those points. I mean, when you really look at this stuff, it's nothing major. You're probably talking about a bucket with, I don't know, $40, maybe $50 worth of stuff. It meant the world to the people who got it. Because not just is it the monetary value, it lets them get started. After one of these things, people are sitting around waiting. They're waiting for the National Guard. They're waiting for FEMA to get them a check or to tell them where to go. They're waiting for local responders to even get to them. They're waiting for the electric company to get power restored, or they're waiting to get their road cleared. There's a lot of just downtime, and it's not like they're going to work, So this gives them something to do, and it allows them to affect self-help. Even though it may not seem like a lot, it gave them the ability to try to move forward, to start the actual recovery process instead of just waiting around. These things, I don't know. None of them are labeled. It looks like there was a sticker on this one of where it might have come from, but I don't know who made them. But I know somewhere out of Tennessee or Kentucky, and they sent them down like by a semi-truck full. But the people that were impacted by this is a part of Florida that is not accustomed to hurricanes. They may have a harder time than normal kind of getting back together because they haven't done it before. So I am certain that this type of stuff would come in handy. And the other thing to think about is small, like kids' toys. Like think Dollar General. There's a whole bunch of kids, young kids, with nothing to do, no electronics, nothing to keep them occupied. Those little packs of toys that have Play-Doh and stuff like that, just something to keep them occupied. Their parents are already as stressed as they can possibly be. So if you are looking to send stuff down, realistically, the National Guard and the National Guard is going to take care of the food, the water, stuff like that. In Florida, they're really good at that. I've been in other states where they're not quite as on the ball, but my guess is before this video is actually seen by anybody, they already have all that stuff up and running. So while replenishing people's pantries as time goes on, it's a worthwhile goal. It's not an immediate need because the National Guard's going to take care of it. This stuff, or stuff to keep young kids occupied, you're going to save a lot of people a lot of idle time just sitting there waiting, looking around, thinking about everything that they've lost. So if you're looking to do something and get it down, this is what I would recommend. And I feel like I should put it out. Kind of one of those things where I was asking for this for a video and they showed up right before people would need to know how to make them. So this is what was in it. I don't think anybody would care if it wasn't brand name stuff, like if it came from Dollar General or Dollar Tree or something like that. I don't think they'd mind. But my guess is it's going to be a tougher time than normal to get the recovery part of this underway. The relief, it's going to get going. The recovery may take a little bit longer because they're just not accustomed to it there. This is a part of Florida that just does not get hit. It's in this weird little protected area. And that protection didn't hold this time. So if you are looking for something to do, if your organization somewhere up north, you're looking for something to do to help out, this is what I would recommend. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.